Good evening, gentlemen and ladies, and welcome back to the Sector 4 podcast, where our aim is to bring you the latest news, information, and drama relating to Formula One. Oscar, how are you, my friend?
I'm not doing too bad, Finn. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you, mate. Since the last time we spoke, we've had technically 4 new livery launches, which we will go through today. Obviously, we had McLaren at the start of January, 16th January, but that doesn't count because they haven't had their official release yet. So,
Yeah.
anyway, first one we had was indeed the Haas. Let's have a cheeky little look at the Haas. First opinions, what are we saying?
It's last year's car, isn't it?
Yeah.
Um, I I think it looks better than last year's, but just I feel there's quite a lot going on. You know what I mean? I feel it might be. It's just,
Yeah.
the giant Hass on the sides. It's a bit much. I think.
Yeah, I agree. It's very similar to last year's. It's just like you see down the nose, there's those 2 white strips either side of the nose.
Yeah,
For
no,
me,
yeah,
that just looks really outdated and tacky. I'm not a big fan, and they've had it for the past few years, and we see it again in a livery coming up in a few minutes. But for me, that's not really that's not very attractive in my opinion.
To be fair, I think that you can't really see from the pitch what kind of like finish it is. You know, whether it's matte, no, like matte, you put that over. So I think it'll be
Mm.
interesting to see when that hits the track. You know, what the finish is. But currently, I'm not a humongous fan. I'll be real.
Yeah, I agree. Still got the MoneyGram sponsors on the side, obviously.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
must pay so much money.
if you couldn't quite tell your sponsors, I mean, there you
Yeah.
go.
To be fair, I've seen more sponsors on a car. The Ferrari one, 2022, was like flipping covered in sponsors. But
Yeah.
yeah, this one is kind of calm on the sponsors. But like I say, the colors. I know it's Haas colors like red, black, and white, but they've had the same for a lot of years, and I was expecting something mega, but I was not impressed.
Better than still better than 2020 than the 2022 one with Mazepin. No, that was
Yeah, true.
no 2021. 2021 even. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, bring back the older Rich Energy one. That was
Yes,
that
yeah,
was sick.
please. That was actually pretty. I actually quite like that. Really
Yeah,
like
so do I. My brother's still got some Rich Energy in the fridge. It's like 3 years gone, but it's. I'm
that.
tempted to try it, but I don't want to get like cholera or something.
I think you can still buy it from Amazon. I think.
Really? How
Yeah.
much? We're literally giving free plug to Rich
You know,
Energy here,
hang
but
on. Let me have a
go on.
cheeky look.
Give it a little check. This Palm Angels is exactly the same. I haven't seen any major changes in. I mean, I know there haven't been any rule changes this year, but no cars have had. I mean, I keep tracking back on myself, but we haven't had any of the like big launches yet. With obviously the Mercedes, the Red Bull, but I haven't seen any major groundbreaking discoveries on cars over the past few launches. You found it yet?
I found it, but
Oh
it's
yeah.
currently unavailable. So there's no
Oh, they all
price.
say that. That is rubbish.
Yeah, nah, never mind. We'll find it. We'll find it at some point. Find it.
Yeah, we will. Any final comments on the Haas?
Not really. No, no.
Fair
I
enough.
think
Fair enough.
yeah. I can't. There's not really. I can't really think of much to say about it.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see it at the back a lot. Um,
Yeah.
it's also gonna blend in quite a lot. There's a common theme with the liveries coming out. If you haven't seen them, they're all very. They have a lot of exposed
There's a
carbon fiber, which means they're all very, uh, like dark.
like
Yeah.
yeah. I think the whole obviously going like exposed carbon to be lighter. I think that I think it does ruin the whole look of F1 cars. I think a bit of exposed carbon can look quite, but I think as we see,
Yeah.
as we see on like the cars coming up, it can really like it ruins the look completely.
Yeah, I understand
Um,
it from a weight perspective, but from a visual perspective, I'm not a fan.
yeah, it would be cool if there was like a rule where like you can have like a certain weight like amount of paint and that not count as whatever.
Mm.
Um, that being the rules, so that we don't get like these rubbish liveries. But I guess that's unrealistic.
Yeah. Right then. Next up, the newest name on the grid. We have the Stake Alba Formula One team livery. I'll kick us off with this one. Wait, see what I did there? That was a good one.
Love it.
Yeah.
That to be complex to get that.
Yeah. In case you didn't understand, they're called Kick Sauber, and I said let's kick this off. So great banter with Finn here. Anyway, again we see a lot of exposed carbon. It's a lot of darkness around it, which maybe if it was the only car that was like that might look okay, and if it wasn't with this hideous green color, it also might look okay. But because they're all the liveries are very dark, and like I said, it's got that kick green lining the car. I'm not a fan. It's also got those, you see though, I was saying about the line on the nose. Again, it just looks outdated and bit rubbish in my opinion. I've seen a lot of reviews where people really like it, but I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I'm a bit all over. Like, I feel there was so much potential to be done really well.
Yeah.
And I think the green and the green and black, like the green and the exposed carbon, I think go together quite well. But like, I think the green's just too overpowering. Like, I think if they had like I don't know, like I feel like like that kind of like zigzag down down the back. I think that's just a bit like they could have done something. Like I just feel it kind of ruins it. Also, like the whole green front wing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think there was just like, especially like, considering how beautiful the car was when it was Alfa Romeo.
Yeah.
I just feel like there was so much potential there, but it's just they've just thrown it out the toilet.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I'm still waiting. I've got like an ideal livery in my head, which is like navy blue, which is my favorite color, which also happens to be Williams. But like a navy blue car with different shades of blue, like different shapes on the car. Not like obviously triangle, but like like different like modern shapes that kind of line the car. And I think they've kind of tried to do that a little bit with the back, like you're saying with the zigzag. And then I still can't get over that front lining. I can't express how much I really don't like that. But yeah, I'm yet to see one that's really, I've looked at it and gone, do you know what, that is flipping fantastic, because I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I think, I mean, to be fair, there's a team that's going to be like this for 2 years, and then Audi are going to come in with what hopefully be a really really nice looking livery.
Hopefully.
I think they just need to, just hopefully we'll get a better one next year. Before they become Audi.
Yeah.
Also, before we move on, have you seen the overall?
No, I haven't.
Search them up.
Okay, hold on.
It's they're quite interesting to say the least.
Really?
Yeah, I personally I don't really know what to think, to be honest.
Oh, Stake Sauber overalls images. Oh no, I have seen these. They look like a Roblox character or something.
I saw did you watch Ben 10 growing?
Not really, no.
I saw something on Instagram. It was just they just talking about Badge Barton's Ben 10. That's yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Awful.
You know that special livery that Alfa Romeo did last year with that artist? I can't remember his name.
Oh yeah.
That was so nice. I've just seen a livery from it. Bring back him. He was cool.
That was nothing.
None of this flipping rubbish green and lining on the wing. This is horror. But yeah, like you said, they're a team that are just kind of like a transition team until 2026. So we'll be expecting big things then. Obviously with big new rule changes as well, so we could see hopefully some revolutionary stuff from Audi. That would be lovely. But yeah, we never know what to think, because obviously that's 2 years away, and Audi are new to the Formula One scene, so you never know what they got to bring.
Yeah, exactly. I think they just need I think it's a crucial time in terms for the team, not only because they're contending to Audi, but also for Valtteri Bottas and Joe Granier, they're going to be their seat. I think that those two seats are all up in the air at the moment because obviously whether Audi are going to want to have German drivers for their team, which you'd like to think they probably would.
Yeah.
Who they're going to get in for that? They're probably not going to want to have.
Get Schumacher.
They're going to want to have it. Yeah, exactly. Because you're probably going to want experience. My guess is they either want experience, keep the team, so to make sure the team survives, or maybe they'll go one experience, one younger talent. Like I could definitely see Carlos Sainz going there in 2026.
Yeah.
He's got tons of experience. Got long future ahead of him still in Formula One. Then who are they going to get in for that seat?
Yeah. I'd like to see in the next 2 years them kind of be less backmarkers and more mid-table team.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I mean, I could say that for every team, but I think Haas are just washed. Williams are getting there. They did very well last year, as we discussed in the previous podcast. Check that out. And then McLaren went from being a pretty mid-grid team to fighting for positions. So, yeah. Who knows what they got in stock? I'd like to see them, like I said, progress. Right, should we move on?
Yeah, let's.
Cool. We next up have the Williams that we have mentioned. Less carbon fibre on this one.
I'm looking at the wrong car. Give me 2 seconds.
So, viewers, make sure we're on YouTube and Spotify. And if you're on Spotify and you're listening and you can't actually see what we're looking at, then you can actually check the visuals out on Spotify or on YouTube or both. Help us out. That'd be nice. Chuck us a cheeky follow, cheeky subscribe on the YouTube or the Spotify. Let us know what you think. And yeah, hopefully more podcasts to keep you very much entertained. Oscar, hopefully you've got the right car now. What are we saying?
Yes, I do. I really like this car. I think this is probably my favourite one so far. Other than McLaren, I'd say, because I think McLaren does quite nice. Now they've got they've made it a bit simple. They're missing the blue now. But I really liked the last year's Williams. I think that was perfection in my eyes. They've kept the Duracell roll hoop sponsor, which I think looks really good. It just works really well. I really like, they've kept the blue. I think the carbon, the exposed carbon for this one, I think works really well.
Yeah.
And I think if you're going to use carbon in your livery, I think this is, how it should be done.
It's certainly more discreet.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. This is the closest to my dream livery that I described a few seconds ago. Do you know what, Oscar? What's your dream livery? I want to know. Educate us. What is your dream livery?
Thing is, I also love a bit of navy blue. So something like kind of like you said, like kind of pretty much the Williams really, like that kind of those kind of blues, and then yeah.
Nice. Is that it? Just blues?
You put me on the spot here.
Yeah.
Come back to me later.
Okay, I'll let you have a think. At the end of the podcast, we'll do our dream team, so livery and drivers, and so stay tuned for that because we both need to think about what our dream team is as well. We need 15 minutes to have a think. But
so bad.
Yeah, yeah, like I said, they kept the Duracell. I think it looks quite cool with the little battery on the top.
Yeah, no, I really like it. Brilliant.
Yeah, it got slated. Like I've seen so many memes of the blue mouse with the battery on top. I've seen that so many times. But I actually, I respect this livery. It's quite nice.
Yeah, no, I really absolutely. I think
Yeah,
really well.
Yeah. I mean, literally, like we described, the blue is lovely. Again, it's not overloaded with the old sponsors, which is always good. They've kept the golf sponsor. How many years has the golf sponsor been going? It's been a long time.
Literally 2 years.
Oh. Okay. I'm waffling. But, yeah, sleek, nice. I swear I saw something, but I'm not very educated on the Williams team. But it says Komatsu on the side, or Komatsu. I don't know how you pronounce it.
Oh, yeah.
Is that because that's the team principal.
Oh, are you talking about the Hasty print?
Sure. I just saw a tweet and I was really confused. Haas replied to it and they were like, "Who's that on the side of your car?"
Yeah, the Hass's team boss is called I can't say. Komatsu.
Komatsu. There we go.
That's
team boss is
Hass's team
Komatsu.
boss.
To clear it all up for anyone else confused as me. What? So they're sponsoring Williams, yeah. They want a bit of the team. But yeah, I'm hoping this car will get some podiums this year. It showed promise last year. So it'd be nice to see Alex on the podium or Sargent, but I think that's we all know the likelihood of that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something else. Oh yeah, do you see Alex Albon's contract has been apparently extended to 2025?
Because he was contracted till 2025 anyway, I think. So I think all the talk break after Lewis got announced that Ferrari, that's the word.
Yeah.
No, all the talk went on to know who else is going to go where, and I think Alex was linked to Red Bull for a 3-year deal.
Mm-hmm.
And then James Vowles, team principal of Williams, I think wanted to put his foot down and say no, he stayed here until 2025. He's locked down. But to be fair, I'm not sure whether Alex would go back anyway. I mean, to be fair, he probably would because obviously the Red Bull's the car to beat at the moment. But he's very much in charge leading that Williams team at the moment. So
yeah,
whether he'd go back to Red Bull to be number 2 to Max, I don't know.
Could you imagine the scenes? I've just thought of this. If Logan Sargent finishes higher than Alex Albon this year. Oscar, we've got it on the podcast. If that happens, I will. Go on.
I'll shave my head.
You'll shave your head.
I will shave my head.
If Logan Sargent finishes higher than Alex Albon this year, Oscar is shaving his head, and I will also shave my head.
What? This is gonna happen, isn't it?
I really hope it doesn't, because if it does, Anyway, let's hope that everyone forgets about this. I have full faith in Alex. I reckon he'll do us proud.
What's your retire like mid-season or something? Like,
he'll keep my hair on my head. Yeah. Hopefully. Can you imagine that for my 18th and your 20th?
Oh,
we'll have to go 20th. Bald. That would be horror. Again, for anyone who missed previous podcast, Oscar and I have the same birthday, just 2 years apart. So, little fact about us.
We're just cool like that.
We are just cool like that, indeed. And if you want to do your research, it was on the day that Lewis won his 7th world title, so you can figure it out from that.
I mean, we weren't born on that day.
No, we weren't born on that day, but that is the day of our birthday, obviously. Right, any more comments about the Williams, or should we move
on? I think one more thing, just the amount more. There's a lot more sponsors on it, but other than that, nothing else really.
Yeah. Sweet. Right, let's swiftly move on to the Alpine. What's your first thoughts?
What is this car?
Do you not like it? I think
I'm kind of like, in a way I like it, in a way I hate it. I don't know what. I'm kind of.
Well, that means we have very conflicting opinions, Oscar, because I'm a big fan of this livery.
I like it, but I like how it looks in terms of paint, but there's too much exposed carbon. Way too much.
Okay, yeah.
But
I get that.
But other than that, I think it's quite cool.
Yeah, I agree. There is a lot of exposed carbon, but I think because of the pink, if there was also too much pink and blue for that matter, this shade of blue and this shade of pink, like baby blue and baby pink, I think it would just be too much. Like I'm gonna have to watch the F1 with sunglasses on because I'll be blinded. But yeah, no, I think for me, I've seen a lot of hate around this livery, but I'm a big fan. I'll be honest. It just looks nice. I also have dug myself a hole here because I said how much I hate the liners down the wing, and this does have a liner down the wing.
This does the same thing.
But it's discreet, which I'm a fan of. It's not like lime green. It's kind of,
it's bright pink.
It's not.
It is bright pink.
There's not. Oh, that's another thing we need to touch on as well. They released 2 liveries. They released a blue one and a pink one. I'll be so real. I thought they were the
Yeah.
same livery when I first saw them. Yeah,
They
yeah,
didn't, they didn't.
they did. The one I sent you is the blue one.
Wait, what? Let me look at.
Oscar's not been looking at his DMs. Outrageous.
I did look at my DM.
Too busy chatting to the women.
I didn't know.
Outrageous, Oscar.
We wish.
But anyway, while you're finding that, I'll educate the fans. So yeah, look, it's nice. It's like it's. What am I trying to say? I'm waffling a lot today. Do apologise, but it's like textured. It's textured. You see at this top here. Let me do a bit of zooming ins. Right, we've got this bit that comes out. Yeah, Oscar,
no,
you
you're
can't see
right.
this. Yeah, I know.
What?
I've done my research, mate. So it comes out, and then it goes in, and then it goes in, and then it goes in again, and then it fades to navy, which is very similar to the nose. So it's not as in your face and tacky. Go on,
Right,
Oscar,
I'll
what
be
you saying?
honest. This one, the one that's more blue that you sent me, that doesn't.
You prefer? Okay,
I just
that's
think-
good then. That's good.
Yeah, I think the pink's a bit too in your face, but
Yeah,
like
That's what I'm
that
saying.
blue
You
one-
need the
that,
sunglasses.
that blue one's quite nice. I like. I mean, the
I'm
exposed
glad we share
carbon's still a
opinion.
bit- it's still a bit much. The exposed carbon, I do quite like.
Mm.
I like it. The other one.
There is a lot of exposed carbon. I will give you
there's-
that one.
There's nothing on that one. Like anyway, I just put Alpine 2024 car into Google and just came up with that pink one. Man.
Right. Yeah.
I was about to.
I'm a big fan of the, what do you call them? Like the rims of the tires, like the blue and the pink. They're quite cool.
I think that does.
Yeah. Better than the chrome ones of McLaren. They're horror.
Oh, those are horrific.
Yeah, they actually are. Like when they go around, it just looks rubbish. I mean, stationary. They look. When I first saw them, I was a fan, and then you see, well, the car's never stationary. Maybe for 2 seconds
no.
in a pit stop, but even then, you can't see the tires because they're being whipped off and yammed on again. But
you can't tell who they're sponsored by, can you?
yeah, well, I guess we'll never know with the chrome
Safari.
numbers. Yeah, it must be the chrome numbers and the chrome on the alloys, whatever you call them.
Exactly.
But yeah, there are a lot of sponsors on this one. Crikey, you know we're
Yeah.
scraping the bottom of the
Some-
barrel if we're talking about sponsors.
Let's just pack it in now.
Yeah.
I mean, to
No,
be
we've
fair,
still got to do the old dream team.
yeah, it's kind of it's kind of the same sponsor they've had in the past, really. Microsoft,
Yeah.
Castrol, Renault,
The big old BWT.
Yahoo.
How long is it? Start again. Are sponsors like contracted for amount of seasons, or do they just pay at the start of the season?
Contract.
Do you know how long
It,
BWT are?
no, I don't. But I can probably
Put
find
that
it.
on you. Go on, do it. Do a little bit of research. But yeah, they've been a big part of Formula One for a little while. Because weren't they on the Racing Point as well?
Yeah, so they moved from. So when Aston Martin became Aston Martin, obviously they didn't want to have a bright pink car,
What?
like the Racing Point. So
Yeah.
I think that's kind of where the relationship broke down. in my
Yeah,
head.
they just look for a pink livery and go, do you know what? We'll invest a lot of money in them because I think that would be good.
Right. I've got no exact date, but
Mhm.
I do. It says Alpine F1 and BWT, one of the world-leading suppliers of water treatment services worldwide, are delighted to announce a strategic long-term partnership. So I'm
Right,
assuming-
okay. Long
quite a
term.
while.
Fantastic.
And that
Good to know.
started in 2022, so
Yeah.
I'm guessing quite a while.
Yeah. Okay. They've got a little while then. Have you seen the
Well, you-
overalls? I haven't seen the overalls.
I haven't actually.
Let me
I
let me find the overalls. Hold on.
Actually, I've seen because they launched the wet car at the same time. I've seen those ones.
Which looks pretty similar to last year. Oscar's Alexa's letting him down. She just ignored you twice.
Yeah.
That is embarrassing. Speaking of turning off lights, the first lights out of the season is in Bahrain. What do you have any opinions on what may come or what you'd like to come? Obviously, we haven't had any data from cars yet, but
Red Bull win.
Red Bull win. Yeah, to be
Yeah.
fair,
I've
that's
not
a
got
pretty
it, to be
safe
fair.
assumption.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I'm hoping hopefully Mercedes will be up because that will be higher up. Because they brought what's his name?
Come on, Oscar, you got this.
James Allison. What was his name?
James Allison. Why have I never heard of that name?
Yeah, James Allison, who was the designer of the car back when they were winning championships, which was quite a while ago now.
Well, they brought him back. Why did he leave?
They brought him back. I think he just retired. I think they just
Oh,
brought him
fair.
back.
Got bored.
But yeah, he's back. So he's back now. So hopefully,
Yeah.
they'll be back.
I hope that within the first few races we get a glimpse of some Ferrari hope, because what I don't want for 2025 is for Mercedes to absolutely wipe the floor, and for Ferrari to be bogging down in like 8th.
Yeah, no, exactly.
That would not be good.
What I really want, I just want it to be a good championship this year and not Red Bull storm away with it. That's pretty much what I want at this point. I'll take a good championship.
I want there to be at least a few fights.
Yeah, to be fair, like the midfield last year was quite good. I think it was
I agree.
really good compared to obviously as the front of it. But
Yeah.
We want to fight for the championship, you always do. But I think 2021 was just too good, and it's been rubbish ever since.
Yeah, I think the Silverstone Grand Prix of 2023 was the best race in the calendar, in my opinion.
I fully agree, although we were both there for that weekend, so I guess
that is true. Biased. I guess it kind of makes.
I'm not sure if we're biased, but
no, I think because there was obviously that was obviously, like we said in the last podcast, check that out. That was the first kind of glimpse of what McLaren could be that we had last year. So obviously that was exciting, and they were fighting for first, which is even more exciting. I mean, obviously they didn't win, so that's not very exciting. But the whole race was on the edge of my seat, screaming at the telly.
Oh yeah, no.
I mean, you were there. You're probably screaming at. I don't even know.
Mate, the start of that race, I had my phone out. I was filming lights out, and you just I watched it back, maybe a couple of days after.
Yeah.
And you could just hear me screaming at the top of my lungs, when Lando's overtaking back to turn 1, what the hell's going on?
Hold on, let me see if I can go on. Keep talking. I'm gonna see. You can go on Snapchat web. You sent me that video. I'm gonna see if I can get it out.
Oh no! But yeah, it was really the whole everyone in the grandstands went up in uproar. It was like, oh my days, British drivers actually winning this race. Come on, let's go. Yeah. And then obviously if you obviously later on the race, Max blew past him, which was not great, but there we go. Yeah, but I think definitely like you said about the start of what McLaren could be. That was definitely the first race of this season where they showed their potential.
Yeah,
there was when Alex overtook Sainz turn 1.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of people that got it, I was like, come on, he's in a Williams, come on, up the boys.
Yeah.
Which because Albon overtaking Sainz in a Ferrari, that's a pretty decent deal.
Yeah. I think. I found the video. Come on, Landon! Yes! Come on! Yes! That was a pretty mega day. I mean, for you because you were there, obviously, but also for me because I was like, I was nail biting stuff. Right at the start of the podcast, we mentioned what our dream teams would look like. Have you had a think?
Yeah, sure. Right, let's go.
Hit me.
So what, drivers, the whole shebang, or
drivers and livery are my main 2 points. Anything else you can drop in if you feel necessary.
Right, I'd say drivers.
Of all time, by the way, don't have to be current drivers.
Oh, of all time. Oh,
yeah.
Lewis Hamilton and Ayrton Senna. Why not?
Yep.
Dream Joey. And then, the Lewis's Monster Energy cans, that purple and the blue.
Yeah.
Kind of those colours. And then
do you know what, guys? While Oscar's having a think, drop your dream team in the comments. I'd love to read them and see what you guys think about a dream team.
And then, Stripes.
Stripes, nice. So Lewis Hamilton, Senna, and stripes.
And blue and purple.
Blue and purple and stripes. I will also go with Lewis Hamilton. But
you can't tell with Lewis fans, can you? I mean,
yeah, I know.
I mean, you're definitely not Lewis fans. I mean, I support tons of other teams. You know, I'm a very diverse guy.
Yeah. We support everyone on the Sector 4 podcast.
I love all these so many different teams on the grid.
Yeah. Before I go, sorry, this podcast has been all over the place today.
I was going to say, what are we talking about?
I know. Have you seen the allegations about Christian Horner?
Yes, I have. That was a great conversation.
It is. Would you like to start us off?
What the hell?
Yeah.
He might be out.
He might be.
I'm not
How exciting is that? Not exciting. That's awful. Oh, bad Red Bull. That's not good. But I did see a TikTok. Again, it was off some random bloke, so this could be absolute waffle. But he told me that he's been advised to step down soon.
I have seen that.
Yeah, because apparently there's a court hearing before the end of the week. And
something else I saw.
And sorry, that is no problem, my friend. He and someone else in the team, again, I'm rubbish at names, forgotten his name, may be leaving soon. So that could really put a spanner in the works.
Yeah, and something that I saw earlier, I'm just trying to re-find. Oh, I should go. So this is posted by Formula God. And here we go. So according to Motorsport Total, it is probably no coincidence that the Horner story was first leaked to the Netherlands, of all places. The personal relationship between Horner and Jos Verstappen has reportedly been badly damaged. To add to this, Max Verstappen is considered to be a very loyal person, and his loyalty lies above all with two men, his father and Helmut Marko. Did Max Verstappen and co leak this to the Dutch media?
No way. Imagine he's just binned off his team principal. That would be absolutely nuts.
Now, I whether that's happened or not, I really don't know. I think that's probably a bit far.
Yeah, I also think it is.
But apparently, it was also leaked by a Dutch journalist that's quite close to Verstappen. So.
Yeah, that is crazy.
I mean, whether that's true or not, we don't obviously.
Yeah, the one post that I have saved on Instagram is Christian Horner. I completely deny these claims. So you heard it here first. He's an innocent man.
Because that man's never lied before.
Yeah, no, never in his life. But yeah, that's exciting. A little bit of drama to mix up next year. That could really change things for Red Bull next year.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, what a mad 2 weeks it's been. Lewis the Ferrari, Andretti thing's been denied.
Yep, I know.
What's not going on? This is the best silly season ever.
Isn't it? Imagine you already know that the whole season is just going to be rubbish.
Yeah, this is exciting as it's going to get.
Yeah, it's such a good build-up, and then it's just going to be nothing all year.
Just absorb all this now. Just get just
take it in, guys. Take it in.
Just appreciate
Listen to the Sector 4 podcast and take it in.
Yeah, exactly. This is yeah. Yeah, let's have to wait and see what, especially if Christian Horner gets kicked out, right from the start of the season. That's going to be that's probably going to be quite a big hit for Red Bull.
That would be absolutely mega.
But to be fair, they've got Max Verstappen, they've got a quick car that they've been developing since halfway through last season, so they won't be that affected by it. Who really knows? But yeah, we'll see.
We shall see. So make sure you tune into the next Sector 4 podcast to find out any news on that. Right, my time for my dream team.
Yeah, sorry,
that's all right. This is a bit controversial driver lineup. So obviously we're going Lewis Hamilton. But for my second driver, I'm actually going to pick Max Verstappen. Big shock. I know, Oscar. I know. Where's he going? Anyone know? Where is Oscar?
Literally can't go anywhere. My room's a tip.
Anyway. Well, he's won 3... I know he hasn't had major competition, but he's won 3 championships in a row. I mean, he can't be a rubbish driver. He's still young. He's got plenty of years ahead of him. I mean, I wasn't not going to pick Lewis, let's be real. I think it would be stupid if I didn't pick Lewis. I would have left the podcast and left it up to you, Oscar. So if I didn't pick this, yeah, he's as much as it pains me to admit, he's a decent racing driver, and he has a lot of money to bring to the team. So win and win. My livery would be very similar to yours in that it's blue and purple, navy blue, and like different shades of purple, kind of like dark purple, maybe a little bit of bright purple. But this pink here, you see this duck on my windowsill? That's too bright. That's like Alpine too bright. So keep it below that. I'd go maybe, if you're listening to this on Spotify, you better be picturing the scenes here, right? So we've got navy blue, like I said, different shades of purple. So navy blue, like base colour, yeah. And then the purple, we've got, like I said, different shapes, but not your triangle, your rectangle. You got your different, like, irregular pentagons. How about that? Imagine them.
Your rhombuses.
That's the one. That is the one. Irregular ones, though. Got to remember that.
Irregular rhombuses.
Yeah.
Do those exist?
Fast car. So that is my team. That is my team. Irregular rubber. Of course they exist.
You can get an irregular rubber.
Rhombus. I've probably spelled that wrong. Yeah, it's just like any four-sided shape that's gone a bit squishy.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Forgot that.
Cool. Right. Any last things to say, Oscar, before we wrap this up?
Subscribe, like, comment.
That's what's up. You better be following this on Spotify, subscribing on YouTube, and commenting, liking, sharing with your friends.
Shameless self promo, really, isn't it? But, yeah, there we are.
Not shameless at all. But yeah, have a good week, and we will catch you in the next one. See you later, fellas.